Okay, I'm alive. Okay, wait a minute, y'all. Give me some grace. I'm trying to get this laptop going correctly. One of these days, I'm gonna get a camera. I'm trying to see what's better here. Ooh, trying to get focused. Just a moment. There, that looks better. Trying to get my chin. This camera make you look your chin look so fat. Oh well. Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Melba Kennedy. I'm doing a video about widow and widowers. I'm just gonna I'm gonna talk about something that I've been through personally, and I just picked up a few little notes and just want to talk about it. I think this is good right here. I just can leave it up here like this. Okay, just a moment. Let me quit moving. Eh, Yay, there we go. My nose is always itching. Bring me some money. I need the money. Then a widow, you need all the money you can get. Okay, hold on. Okay, it's still. We're gonna go with that. And I'll try to sit up a little bit better until it stops. Okay, let's go along with it. Okay, this video is about widow and widowers. And I'm just doing this from my home, and I'm gonna talk is but God guide me and talk as clearly, and give out all the good information to help anyone that's listening to this, because it'll help me get through what want to talk about what I've been through, and hopefully it'll help someone else on their journey that's going through this. So with me saying that, I think the best thing for me to do is to talk about when my widowship happened, when I became a widower, in other words, and what year and how old I was would be the first three things I would say. Okay, I was in a relationship since 1992 with my husband, and he passed away 2004. Um, and I'm never stop doing the hum. I'm just going to go do like this. What I am working on my language ability. I'm a Gemini. I can do this. That's what it's about. And that is something that happened to me in my childhood, where people tried to stop me from communicating and talking. No, I am 52 years old now, and that's not going to stop me. But let's go on with it. And I'm going to be able to control that from happening, the stuntment of words, because I can say this and I can do this. I speak very clearly when I'm not online, and so I will get where I'm speaking clearly when I am online. Okay. My name is Melba Kennedy. I became a widow in 2004. My relationship was from 1992 to he passed away in 2004. I was 2024. I was 32 years old. He was 37, and I was very young widow. Phone would every time I get on here, the phone ring. What's up with that? Um, my hair. My husband passed away due to congested heart failure. Apparently, he was born with a heart condition, and I wish I would have known that before we got to married together. It would have been great to know. But he did give me a cue that he knew that he had the condition because he was going to into the military, and he did not pass the health exam. But he didn't tell me why he didn't pass the health exam. And he would say little things like, I passed out when I was playing basketball when I was in the seventh grade. Little things like that started adding up later on in the years. But uh, my husband was my best friend. Uh, so far at this moment, I learned a whole lot from him. He taught me a whole lot about life in general. I could talk to him about anything, and me and him was the most non-judgmental people I ever known together. We didn't judge people. He helped a lot of people, and I was learning to do that, and he helped me open up to that as well. But he was a very, I will say this, he was a very good person that realized that life was short and to live it to the best of your ability every day. So yeah, I learned a lot about that about him. He always was on the go and always liked to have fun until his health caught up with him. And so, me talking about my situation of being a widow, and I'm going to go into more details of how did it affect my life afterwards. Um, Being a widow affects your life to a significant degree, and I'll go into details on how people try to take advantage of your widowship in your life and try to kick you. There's no term, kick you while you're low. Um, because when I was married, everybody used to say I was spoiled. He used to do everything for me. Yeah, he did, and that's why I'm not dating anymore right now because I'm not. I can do what I can right now. I'd rather be single than put up with a bunch of craziness that is going on in the world in these unhealthy, toxic, I might say sinister-minded people. These men these days, and some the women to you, let's not leave them out. Very sinister. Even I'm because I heard of these men that are widowers. They're going through hell too. It's a real shit show out there. So if you're in a good marriage right now, y'all both happy, y'all have communicate, y'all can talk to each other about anything. You need to y'all need to salute each other and appreciate and have gratitude for that because everybody is not able to get that now, or maybe that is not in the cards for them. Me personally, I believe that I was meant to go into a business, and relationships kind of hold me back unless they think the same way I do. Uh, so let before I get into that, let's get into about being a widow. Um, They said a young widow is someone between the age of 35 and 54. So I'm still in that class, and I was 32 when I became a widow. There's over 73,000. I'm reading this paper, y'all. 73,000 are between the ages of 35 and 54, and they're defined as young widows. There's right here, they say it's five types of widows, and I ain't going to go through them all, but the first one is they say it's a true widow, a legal widow, married widow, imaginary widow. A lot of people are imaginary widows, half widows, and it goes on and on. Some of them are happy widows, unrecognized widows, unofficial widows, mutual widows, and would-be widows. So I wonder who is the happy widows. Maybe they're the ones that uh, unalive somebody and called the black widows, I would say. Uh, and when you become a widow, there are a lot of challenges that you have to go through in life. It significantly affects your finances, especially if you wasn't set up with a great insurance policy or have your house fully paid off. When if something happened, if you have purchased a home, um, it can it can significantly, to a great degree, affect your life. Children are involved. You're going through grief. Your mind is in a widow fog, they call it. And they say that happens from 2 to a year after the you become a widow. And believe me, I was there probably from 2004 to, I don't think I got myself really together till like 2008, where I really could focus on me. Um, I was caught up in survival mode, and you don't want to be there. And to you men out there and women as well, if you know that you got a health problem, or when you get married, you guys need to be thinking about the future. Set up some kind of, I would set up a prenup saying, with making sure that you're good and I'm good, and put in stipulations. Uh, I would definitely get a life a life insurance policy on each other. Also, you need to set up that a person, so it'll make it easier for the person. If y'all decide it is not working out, you get this amount in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You can do the math. You get a certain amount. Uh, Now, when you're young, a woman is pretty much building with a man, especially if he hasn't went to college, he hasn't got a good job yet, or he hadn't went to a trade school where he's really actually making really good money. You need to think about that as well. You need, as a woman, you need to think about these things before you get in a relationship with someone. You need to do what's going to be beneficial to you and your children. You need to think about yourself and your children. You want to be in a household where you feel that your children are going to be financially secure no matter what. And this is something I wish someone would have gave me the 411 on. Let's get back to the subject. I don't get emotional about this. I could talk freely about it, but I've been through that emotional stage, the grief, the anger. I've been through it all. Believe that. It's been uh, going on, what, 2024 to now. It's been 20 years. He passed away on January the 9th of 2024. So it's been a long time. This has been a long journey for me. But um, I do a little astrology. I did a little numerology. It was just played out like that in our cards. And I believe it or not, he had a master number, and he was here to teach me a lot about my life. He kind of he kind of picked up what my parents didn't teach me in life, and he done it in a more um, spiritual manner. Was he perfect? No, but he taught me what I needed to be taught. And I would say this: he was an excellent teacher, and that's what helped mold me into who I am today. This is a man that we used to go out to eat every Friday night. This is a man that brought me home gifts all the time. This is a man that always he detailed my car. I never asked for it. He would go out and find cars for me. He would detail them. He would get the new tires for them. He would, when I was sick, he had people coming in and clean the home. He had people. He never have to ask him to cut the yard. He was on it. I would have to say that he was a good father to the children. Now I'm talking about my husband. This is the good positive parts of him. He had his own lawn service business. He took care of outside the any type of yard work or anything. I didn't have to do anything. He put lights up during Christmas time. He took care of all the Christmas things. He paid people to do it. Like I said, when I was sick or something, or I didn't feel well, he would hire people to come in the house. I had cleaners come into the house. My car. He had it taken off to the detail. Never has to ask him to do anything to do with the car in the yard, the men stuff. He took care of it. So I really do miss that in my life because, as you know, uh, when you losing a spouse, it hurts a lot, and it brings up a lot of of challenges to you. I'm going to read this because I didn't write this, but I thought these were great. I just put down these points. The results reveal the concurrent with the grief and devastation associated with partner loss. Young widows and widowers also face harsh reality filled with secondary losses, financial difficulty, mental health distress, emotional anguish, and identity crisis. The identity crisis, I'm trying to connect with that. I think it goes where you abruptly, sharply realize that you're no longer a wife. You are your responsibility is going fully, everything is going on you. So, with that being said, God knew that you were going to be able to handle it, or the loss would have never occurred. So be strong, be be uh, be positive that your life's going to change. No, don't let anybody tell you how long it's going to take for you to grieve the death of your husband. Like I said, from 2004 to I think it took me about 4.5 years to get myself back together. It really did, and my nose is itching again every time I get online. That's why I wear no makeup on my face because I don't want my face itching when I'm online, and but it itches anyway. Okay, God, get me through this, and let me say the right words to help people. I know stuttering, no, like I always do in these videos. No, I'm saying this straight from the heart, and what I'm saying is true and real about being a widow and widower. Okay, to the next part. I talked about the challenges, and why does losing a spouse hurt so much? Do y'all know why it's hurting you guys so much, or when you went through it? In the comments, just let me know how long have you been a widow or widower. Tell me how it has affected your life. Here it says you face a change of identity, and we just spoke about that. One of a couple to a single. Yeah, you were a couple. Now you're a single person. You may feel pain at the loss of future dreams. Your dreams become different. Okay, when I was married, y'all excuse me, I gotta do this to my nose. My nose is always doing this. Okay, when I was married, I was in school. I like working. I think at the time I was working. I'm not gonna say the name for a big uh, cellular phone service company in Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay. My last baby, we had her in 2001. I was working there, and I was when I went back to work after 6 weeks. Put her in daycare. Wasn't satisfied with the daycare. He started taking care of her the best way he knew how. Men, I tell you. And then he was letting other people take care of her through the day, and I was like, no, oh no. And so I said, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. I know that his job was only in the summertime, and he was getting people to watch the baby. I said, well, I'm going to do. I don't feel comfortable with certain people taking care of my baby, so I'm just gonna let this job go. And you know what he said? Okay. Now that's one thing that I feel like that. And I said you're gonna have to pay all the bills. Uh, I won't be able to save any money, so we could go here, go there, do trips or nothing. And he was like, okay, we can do that. He said, I just wanted you to say that that you didn't want to take care of the baby. You were ready to take care of the baby. He wanted to make that me to make that decision to take care of the baby because he knew I really liked the job. At that time, I was making really decent money down there. So yeah, he always offered for me to. Uh, I never did have any problem with quitting a job. I really don't believe he really wanted me to work most of the time. And these days, you don't hear that so much. My nose is running. But okay, to the next point, uh, it does shadow your dreams because when you with someone, you have this all worked out. Y'all kind of like got a 5 year plan of how y'all go life is gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna do this, you do that, and we're gonna save up to do this, and then we're gonna do that, and we're gonna have to keep on. This is the amount that I'm gonna put in the bank every Friday. We're gonna this is what I mean, you got even got a chest like this is what we're gonna eat, this is what we're gonna do. You just get a system going with a marriage, and when it's working. But soon as something happens to your spouse, or you find out they have some health issues, all that stuff is shattered. That means you got to readjust your life again, and you have to reroute your life until to deal with those circumstances that's in front of you at the time. Okay, okay, the loss of the future dreams and how you pictured your life to be in the future. You may face financial difficulties if you have lost a second or primary income, and you may have increased family and household responsibilities. And I do right now, like I said, I haven't remarried, and I have yet to find anyone that to fully be a good role to be a husband for me at this day and time. I don't know what's going on with these guys out here. They are like they don't understand how to be a man, or how to that a man is supposed to wash the car, put the gas in it, make sure the tires okay, make sure the antifreeze is in there in the wintertime. Right now, I do all of that. That's why I do buy a car from a dealership so I can get the free oil changes for a year or two. Make sure that the warranty is still on the cars, so I won't have to go through all of that. But if something happens, it's on me. I don't have right now. I don't have anyone that's gonna step in those shoes where they will take the car in for me and take care of that part. Because as you know, if you're a men are better talkers when it comes to those service agreements. Right now, I do have my dad. I'll call him and tell him what's going on, and then I'll get feedback with him too. But I still have to take my car in myself, get it serviced. But dad is still there. Not to say my dad doesn't help me, but he does. But it's different when you have a spouse, a husband at the home with you, and they already kind of see the cues of something going about to happen to your car. He's already on it. He already got the mechanic there. They're already looking at it, and they're already getting the parts. And I don't have to worry about those financial burden, that type of financial burden. When if I ever get married again, this is something that's just not ringing in my mind to do. If the right person come along and things work out well with us, it's smooth, it's flowing. I'll take it into consideration. But right now, I feel like being a widow in 2024, I'm good being single because I see a lot of unhappy relationships now. Okay, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys for a little bit here. How do y'all feel about being a widow? How has it affected you guys' life? Did the finances were some of you covered with insurance, life insurance policy, or did it stress out some of you guys where y'all met financial burdens? My income went down. I'm gonna give you my view. My income went down. I ended up working 3 jobs after my husband passed away. Because at the time of my husband, he was only getting disability money, and it wasn't very much. And I had to quit my job to help take care of him at home. Uh, so I ended up having to from going to not working to getting 3 jobs and going to school, and that was tough. I was working at a call center. I was working at a cleaning service where I cleaned up at night, and part time. I had a part time job doing something else. Call center. Oh, I did a a 90-day job at a packing house because I only knew it was for 90 days. So I was working at the packing house through the day, and then I leave there and go to the call center, and then and on certain days of the week that I wouldn't work at the call center at night, I would go clean offices. So I had 3 jobs at one time. So with the lost, it really like it takes something out of your. It's like your soul has to get itself back together. Like you've been with this person with all this years, and it's like you feel it just lifting out of you, that you have to rethink it, and it's not easy to go through that when you're going through uh someone passing away, a spouse. It is really, really hard on you. Um, it's a feeling I ain't never felt before, and I mean, it's like you've been thrown in another dimension instantly, and it's pulling things out of you like as much as it can so you can survive this. That's what I felt like, but it was necessary. Um, I have to say, when you lose somebody like that, and with me, I had lost my mom 2 years earlier. Uh, that was hard, and I lost my mom in 2001. And then I lost him the early of January 2000. Mama was October 2001. Then I lost him 2000 January 2004. So you talk about I almost had a double dose. It's tough. And when I think of it now, I was like, wow, I actually survived all that. I survived all that. And it's kind of like the phoenix. I went into tremendous transformations, tremendous. And the point is, I learned why I went through it. I need I needed it to become the person that I am today, because um, that's not the way the life works. So, with y'all being widows, did y'all receive any type of help from your husband's family or your family? Or were they even helpful to you? Did they come to your house and help you with your children? Did they call you every day just to check on you and see how you're doing? Did they even offer you some time for yourself, so a vacation, or where they would take care of the kids? Did they offer you a cruise? Did they offer you any type of financial resource to help you get through your hard times? Because if they didn't, they're all a sack of shit. They ain't worth a damn. And that's exactly what I went through. I did not receive any type of income from anyone. No one asked me, how are you? Do you need any financial help? Do you need any help with your kids? Do you need help with your car? Do you need help with this? Can I get someone to help you with your finances, where we'll pay them for you, even though you got the money in the bank? We'll just pay them for you so you won't have that burden to think about. Come on now, when you're going through this, you're going to a widow's fog. With me, I was left high and dry. With me, my husband relatives, I wasn't worth a damn. I don't deal with them to this day. They were not supportive people, but I knew that while I was married to them. I'm just going to leave it at that. Everybody's not cut from the same cloth. Everybody is not here for peace and looking out for another's. And it's nothing cute or being known as being an asshole or a not being a decent human being. There's nothing cute or godly about it. It just tells you who your true nature is. When someone's going through something, you should be there to help them, especially if you're a family member. If you need to check on these people and take care of them, you don't take care of your own people, then why the fuck are you here? The difference is when you got family members and friends and eh, people that know that you're going through, and they like at the point where they want to kick you while you're down. It tells me that somebody was not happy with this person when they were going through the good times in their marriage. So they don't give a damn what happens to you while you're down. So as now, if you got to look at people for who they are, if they're not there to help you when you're down, or not being supportive, not giving you a hand, you don't need them when you get your life. When you get you pick yourself back up by your bootstraps. And like I tell you, it took me 5 years to get to that. However long it take you a month or whatever, however long it takes you to recover to some degree where you got your clarity back in your mind where you're like, hey, I done survived this. I'm a survivor. I'm not a victim. I am going through life now. I am stronger than I ever been. And you ready for the next doors to open and you ready to walk through it. And if they wasn't there with you when you were going through your toughest time, they don't have shit to say to you about your life now. They can kick motherfucking rocks. So yeah, and for you, the ones that did have support, you did have love. Leave those in the comments. I would love to hear it because everybody's story is different. Some people get all the support in the world. Some people, family come together and they buy them a new house. They help them with the children for the rest of their life. Those children become their children. Instead of trying to take the children away from them because they're having a hard time, they take care of the children until the mom gets her life back together, or the dad, or they come over and eat. At least they make supper. That's why I really feel I really give respect to Italian families. They're gonna take care of one another, whether or not they don't get along or like each other. Like they're going through, like maybe they got personality conflicts, or they still going to take care of each other and their children and their grandchildren, no matter what. The sisters then gave them hell, cussed them out every time. They don't care about that. They still going to take care of those children. So I believe that more people with my nationality, with being Black, need to take that in consideration. Because what I needed during that time was not given. Or what I deserved in that time was not given. So again, they don't need to come around me saying shit. And they better not. Okay, being a widow now in 2024, if you still are, have you been able to find anyone to, are you the type that want to date now, or have you found a significant other that you feel like kind of is filling the shoes as for a relationship, helping you if you still have young children, or helping you with things around the home, or helping you with your finances, if they even just give you advice about an attorney or accountant? Do you have anyone there that's helping you with those things that your husband or your wife may have helped you out with? So leave those things in the comments as well. I just wanted to, and I'm going to speak about this a little bit more because I am a widow. I'm still a widow. I still consider myself a widow. But they only consider it if you do when you do your taxes after your spouse dies. They only consider you a widow for you can only claim that for 2 years, believe it or not. But you do have the rights to survival benefits with Social Security. So if you're not receiving that, you need to go to your Social Security office. Basically, you get a whatever they had into their retirement, it's released to you for survivor benefits, and the children get their. If you have little young children, they get their part as well. So that was very helpful and beneficial. My daughter, she was only 2 years old when my husband passed away, so she was able to get those benefits until she her the day she graduated, the month that she graduated from high school. And I think you may be able to get it if they go to college. I'm not for sure, but her stopped when she graduated from high school. That was a great benefit. My other child was able to get it. He was 10 years old. He got it for 8 years, and so yeah, it gives you an idea of how long you'll get it. And if you were married to them for over 10 years, after the kids, you'll still get their retirement benefits once you get 62 years old if you don't remarry. Or so I'm telling you, if you get in your next relationship, make sure that they're making more money than your spouse, because you will lose those benefits and you will get what they got if you stay married for them for 10 years, or the money that you have earned in your retirement. You either stuck with what you earned. I mean, you maybe earn more than your husband did that has passed, or maybe your husband now have you. You have to pick and tell. You got to get in those 10 years with your new spouse, and he would probably. I would probably advise he needs to be making more money than your husband that passed away or wife. So you got to take a lot of this stuff into consideration, or and be very thoughtful and very aware of what's going on with your financial status in life. So yeah, widowship, it is a very transformational process. I really don't wish it upon anyone that is young, but it happens to young as well. Like I said, it's like 73,000 widows in the United States every year. But most of the time, you think of widows, you think of people that's like 65 and older, seven in their 70s and 80s. No, ma'am, no, sir. It's happening to young people. And like I was young as 32, it happened to me, because people have all kinds of health problems. Accidents happen, and it's just life. Life takes you down all types of, curves, and you never know. You got to be blessed to wake up every day. As they say, tomorrow is not promised to anyone. So, anybody you marry, it, it's going to be you or that person is going to leave first. Let me get some water. So yeah, I always take that into consideration. So I believe the lesson that I learned from being a young widow, was look at marriage as a partnership. Look at someone that really, really cares about what's happening to you if something happened to them. You need to be with someone that, like, yeah, I'd rather for you to uh, be taken care of when I'm not here anymore. Um, you need someone with that type of generosity spirit upon them. You want someone that is a compassionate person that really cares about you. And you decide, and I wish that for you got two people together that are very, very compassionate for each other. No one's looking at it as for selfishness. They're looking at it as, hey, I want the best for you if I'm not here anymore. And I don't think that's asking a lot. Um, in the chat, just if you'd like to, just shout out and rest in peace to your husbands. Everybody, y'all have my condolences, especially if it just happened to you. My heart goes out to you and your spouse and your children and family. You really have my condolences. You can inbox me on here. And if you want to talk about it, because I've been there, done that. It was 20 years on January the 8th for me. The my spouse has been gone. Uh, Again, he was my best friend. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about life through him. Um, I know that I won't meet anybody like him again. And just be say thank you for your service that you provided to me in the time because that we had together. Just be thankful. Okay. Again, leave your comments down there. Like the video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm just working on putting a material out here that I hope people understand, and it's coming from a place of I do videos about things that I've been through, things I'm going through, things that I'm doing in my business, things I have created and made. That's what my video is going to be about. All of them. If it's not done from within something that I'm going through or been through or from within me, I'm not going to post it. It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel. How can I say? It doesn't feel authentic to me if I don't. So, with that being said, I'm a wish much peace to everyone. Again, to the widows out there and widowers, you have my condolences. I wish you the best, and I hope your family are very prosperous from this point on. And with that, until next video, peace.